Gurmeet Ram Rahim, who's out on parole, continues to be patronized by members of the Bharatiya Janata Party. And this is something that's been going unabated ever since he was released on parole for a period of 40 days on the 14th of October. Now, some of the people who've in fact not just participated in the satsangs held by Gurmeet Ram Rahim, but also showered praises on him, include members of the BJP. The latest such instance comes from Panipat in Haryana, where his satsang was attended by several BJP leaders, including the mayor of Panipat city, Avneet Kaur, Deputy Senior Mayor Dushyant Bhatt, District Councillor and Senior BJP leader Lokesh Nagar, and Councillor Anjali Sharma. The BJP leaders, when specifically confronted by Times Now, said that it was just a religious event where good teachings were imparted and there was no harm in attending the concerned event.
देखिए, बहुत भव्य और बहुत अच्छा कार्यक्रम आज राम रहीम जी के आयोजकों ने किया और इन्होंने पानीपत के राजनीतिक क्षेत्र के सभी व्यक्तियों को निमंत्रण भी दिया होगा, लेकिन कई लोग ये सवाल कर रहे थे कि सारी भाजपा यहाँ पर क्यों है। और मेरा कहना केवल मात्र आपके माध्यम से यही है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी का प्रत्येक कार्यकर्ता उस समाज के साथ है और जो राष्ट्र की बात करेगा, जो भारत माँ की बात करेगा और जो राम और कृष्ण की बात करेगा, निश्चित तौर पे भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता उसके कार्यक्रम में भी आएगा और निश्चित तौर पे समाज के अंदर उनकी जो प्रेरणा है उसको आगे जरूर बोलेगा। इस प्रकार की बात मैं कहना चाहता हूँ।
देखो, मेरा ये कहना है, मेरे अपने शहरवासियों से भी यही अपील है कि जहाँ से हमें बहुत अच्छी सीख मिले वहाँ से हमें सीख जरूर लेनी चाहिए। अब यहाँ पर जब से लेके तब जब मैं बैठी हूँ, यहाँ पर सिर्फ एक ही संदेश जो है दिया जा रहा है कि युवाओं को, देश के लोगों को नशे से जो है वो दूर रहना चाहिए। तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा संदेश है। सब लोगों को ये असर हो जाता है कि हमें नशे से दूर रहना है, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि कितनी पीढ़ियाँ जो है वो तर जाएंगी। और इसके अलावा अगर बाबा जी यहाँ पर स्वच्छता का संदेश देकर जाते हैं अभी नेक्स्ट सेशन में, अगर कि पानीपत के लोगों को कि हमें साफ सफाई रखनी है अपने आसपास, तो ये मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा तोहफा हो जाएगा।
Now, Gurmeet Ram Rahim is a convicted rapist and a murderer. And he's in fact accused and convicted of raping two women, in fact minors. One of them was merely 14 years old, and then accused of murdering his former manager as well as a noted journalist. The courts convicted him and then locked him up in jail for a period of 20 years. And yet the Haryana state, specifically the DG prisons, the district magistrate and jail superintendent, let him loose on parole. Let me in fact go across to Gurpreet for more on this. Gurpreet, the parole ends, I believe, around the 24th of November. He was released on parole for a period of 40 days on the 14th of October. But since then, he's enjoyed a huge amount of patronage, including very senior BJP leaders from the state of Haryana attending his satsangs.
Well, yes, of course, it's not first time when we have got such visuals where we have seen the BJP netas, they are standing in the queue to just seek a blessing from Gurmeet Ram Rahim. Earlier also we have seen Karnal, that constituency belongs to the Chief Minister of Haryana, ML Khattar, and we have seen the mayor as well as the deputy mayor, they had also attended. Now openly, very openly, the BJP netas, they are coming forward, they are giving the answer. Earlier we have seen when we had confronted them, they were not giving the answer, they are saying that they are not aware of this. But now even when we confronted them, they are saying if they are going to get good thing out of this satsang, they are ready to go there. So one of the BJP neta is already present here, so we will talk to him to understand why they are openly patronizing Gurmeet Ram Rahim. Sir, convicted in murder, rape and still on the parole. A lot of reactions are coming why this parole has been given. Don't you think that it's the political mileage you people are trying to get out of this?
नहीं, देखिए, जहाँ तक पैरोल का विषय है वो पूरी तरह से कानूनी मामला है और अब तो माननीय हाई कोर्ट ने भी इस कानूनी मामले में एक तरह से अपनी राय दे दी है पिटीशन को रद्द करके। तो जो विषय प्योरली कानून से संबंधित है उसके ऊपर किसी तरह का पॉलिटिकल कमेंट करना मुझे लगता है ठीक नहीं है। विषय कानून का है, कानून के दायरे में रह के जो काम किया है, जो काम हुआ है, और कहीं ना कहीं पैरोल किसी भी व्यक्ति का कानूनी दृष्टि से एक अधिकार भी है।
तो आपको लगता है जैसे ऑपोजिशन कहती है कि पॉलिटिकल माइलेज दी गई है, 40 डेज का भेजा गया, इलेक्शन चली थी पंचायत की, आदमपुर बाईपोल चली थी, और यू डोंट फील दैट दिस इज द पॉलिटिकल माइलेज आउट ऑफ दिस पैरोल?
नहीं, ये भी देखिए किसी तरह से, जहां तक विपक्ष की बात है, विपक्ष इस तरह की आलोचना करके केवल एक राजनीतिक बयानबाजी कर रहा है। मैंने जैसे पहले भी बताया कि हर व्यक्ति को कानून में अधिकार है कि साल में उसको 2 पैरोल 2 फरलो मिल सकती हैं, इस तरह के प्रोविजंस हैं। और अगर कोई व्यक्ति अपने इस कानूनी अधिकार को अवेल करता है तो मुझे लगता है कि इसको इसके ऊपर किसी तरह का कमेंट नहीं होना चाहिए। रही बात कि कानून सम्मत है या नहीं है, कानून की दृष्टि से ठीक है या नहीं है, वो विषय माननीय हाईकोर्ट ने पिटीशन रद्द करके बता दिया है कि जो भी है वो कानून सम्मत है।
तो सर अगर देखा जाए तो मर्डर और रेप चार्जेस है उन पे, और उसके बावजूद भी पैरोल देनी सरकार का कोई राइट नहीं बनता है, इस पे कोई सवालिया चिन्ह खड़ा किया जाए।
देखिए, जहां तक कोई जुर्म करने का सवाल है उस पे कोर्ट ऑलरेडी अपना डिसीजन दे चुका है, कानूनी दृष्टि से सजा मिली, सजा काटी जा रही है, ये सब कानूनी विषय हैं। मैं बार बार एक बात कहता हूं कि कभी भी कानून और राजनीति इन दोनों का घालमेल ना तो होना चाहिए। जो कानूनी दृष्टि से काम है, जो कानून में प्रोविजंस हैं, वो एक व्यक्ति का कानूनी दृष्टि से अधिकार है, वो अपने अधिकार को अवेल कर रहा है। जहां तक पॉलिटिकल माइलेज की बात है, देखिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी की ना तो कभी इस तरह की मंशा नहीं, ना भारतीय जनता पार्टी इस तरह की राजनीति करता है। लेकिन अगर संविधान में किसी व्यक्ति को कोई अधिकार मिला है तो आप उसके अधिकार पे भी चोट करने का अधिकार नहीं रखते।
पर जैसे नेता जा रहे हैं, आप इसको सही समझ रहे हैं? जैसे बीजेपी के नेता लगातार जा रहे हैं, ऑनलाइन सत्संग अटेंड कर रहे हैं, आप सही समझते हैं इसको?
देखिए, जहां तक आप नेताओं का जिक्र कर रहे हैं, इस बात में भी बड़ा स्पष्ट है कि हर व्यक्ति की अपनी एक आस्था होती है, और आस्था उसका प्योरली इंडिविजुअल मैटर है, उसकी व्यक्तिगत आस्था उसका अपना मामला है। बहुत से राजनीतिक दलों के लोग हैं जो आज भी डेरे में आस्था रखते हैं, वो उनका व्यक्तिगत विषय है।
So well, we can see that very smartly the answer has been given by the BJP Neta, saying that it's the personal affair. We cannot get into this thing, and everybody has the personal life, and if somebody is going there, that is his personal affair. But we have seen a lot of BJP Netas, they are beelining in online satsang of Gurmeet Ram Rahim, and somewhere on the line down the line we have seen the opposition party, they are raising a lot of questions, saying that this parole has been granted to get a political mileage out of this thing, but that had been denied by BJP Neta, as well as the today High Court has also dismissed the petition which was moved by the advocate there. Back to studio.
And Gurpreet, what's interesting is that we'll come back to Gurpreet in just a short while, but Brinda Adige joins us, social activist, for her perspective on this. Ms. Adige, the BJP has been claiming that since the Haryana High Court has dismissed a petition that had questioned the parole granted to Gurmeet Ram Rahim, they're pretty much in the clear. But what really needs to be highlighted is the fact that several BJP leaders have been attending this man's satsangs, showering praises upon him. That is condemnable, and that's not something that the High Court necessarily goes into when checking the legality of a particular parole.
You're absolutely right. A technicality does not make this man innocent. He is a convict and he has to serve that term. Now he's got parole. But the shame, an appalling shame, reprehensible behavior is by the BJP going there for his darshan so that in the coming polls they will get their votes. It's such a shame for the mother of all democracies that leaders who are actually going to be making laws, policies for empowerment, protection, safety of children and women want to go and take blessings from a convict and a murderer and a rapist.
Right. Thanks, Ms. Adige. Let me also go across to Zeenat Shaukat Ali ji, who's joining us on the broadcast as well. Ms. Shaukat Ali, what kind of a message is this really sending out? Because this man, after all, has been convicted by a court of law for raping 2 women and also murdering 2 individuals.
I think it's a shame. It is shameful, and we have to hang our heads with shame that, first of all, that he's been allowed to read these satsangs on video conferences, and that also leaders are bowing to him and listening to him. This is absolutely undemocratic. It goes against every value of the Constitution and the democracy. So, this cannot be countenanced as a rapist. A man who has raped 2 women, who is a known murderer, should be, that you bow your head before him. What message is it giving the world? Today the media throws itself open to the world, and what kind of an image is India going to get with this kind of attitude and behavior? Whosoever might do it. Whosoever might do it. I think it is highly condemnable and totally deplorable.
And one more thing, Ms. Shaukat Ali, because when we actually tried to confront some BJP leaders who attended the event, he said, "Jo bhi Bharat Mata ke bare mein bolega, he said that, if there are references made to certain gods and goddesses who speaks about Astha, then we will definitely go and attend the event. There's nothing wrong with us being present there." What's your response to those kind of comments coming in from leaders within the BJP in Haryana?
Talking of a vote bank to me. It is not talking in a balanced, just and spiritual manner. You know, spiritualists are not murderers. Spiritualists are not people who rape women. So, you know, when you are bowing your head and whoever might preach to you, there are hundreds of Swamijis in our country, very renowned, very distinguished Swamijis who give you wonderful messages. The Hare Rama, Hare Krishna mission, I am aware of them, and they are very good people. Why don't you listen to them? They are giving you far more deeper and far more spiritual messages which you need to absorb and which you need to follow and which you need to implement.
Absolutely.
Because that's what God is asking you to do, not listen to murderers and you know, people who are rapists and say that, you know, they are spiritual. It's like letting off those men who have raped Bilkis Banu and say that, you know, they are people of good character. How can one accept this? How can one believe it?
Absolutely condemnable. You're right, Ms. Shaukat Ali. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Let me go back once again to Gurpreet, who's been tracking this. Gurpreet, now the BJP leader you spoke to a short while ago said that the Punjab and Haryana High Court has dismissed the petition that had challenged the parole given to him. But that goes into the legality of whether or not the parole was justified, not justified. It does not necessarily go into the morality of politicians visiting this man Satsang and patronizing him.
Well, yes, of course, that is one of the prominent question at this point of time. And if we can talk about the BJP, we keep on asking them one question. The Chief Minister has already washed his hand by saying that it's his not prerogative. We have already got the orders where we have seen that maximum officer, they are under the Chief Minister of Haryana. Now, my question was very clear to the Chief Minister, to the BJP Neta, saying that why you people are not putting a question mark when he was the one who was involved in the murder and rape cases and he has been convicted by the court. Why you people are not putting a question mark over his parole which is being granted to him? So, but he, instead of getting into this answer, he has said it's a totally personal affair, it's a matter of right, we cannot say. So somewhere down the lane it seems that the way the BJP Netas have already been attending his online satsang, that means they wanted to give a very, very strong message to masses of Haryana. They are with Gurmeet, Ram Rahim without bothering a law and order situation, and we have seen the same thing was being raised in the Punjab and Haryana High Court also, that this will lead a problem of law and order situation in the
Thanks for
neighboring
that,
state of
Gurpreet.
Punjab.